I'm
Damn,
depressed. Oh.
Why?
I thought I had a cold opening, but I forgot.
That's
Why are you
why.
depressed, Joe?
Because Joey Logano just continues to pull stuff out of his butt cheeks, and it just irritates me that he can't keep getting away with this.
Listen, I'm just saying, without the Nashville Horror Show, this man is out of the playoffs.
I know.
Yeah, imagine if Zane Smith pulls that win off.
Imagine if Austin Cindric just doesn't spin down the back straightaway.
Yeah, that too.
Spin out going in a straight line.
Kind of crazy how that
awesome.
happened.
Well, it's funny because Steven Merzlik, friend of the show, co-host of Oof Sides, posted a tweet that Zane Smith has a better average finish since Nashville than Joey Logano.
That is ridiculous. Is that a real stat?
Yeah. Which, I mean, Zane Smith's been really good since
Joey
then.
Logano's won 2 races since Nashville, too. So that just shows you how bad the 22 team has been, or how inconsistent the 22 team has been.
That is ridiculous. I didn't see that. That is nuts.
Yeah. So, since we're already talking about it, I do want to point out that I called it, and I'm not happy about it, because I posted on Sunday at 1:21 p.m. Pacific time, this is setting up for an all-timer, all for that for a Logano win race. And sure enough, when that last run played out, and he was running down Suarez, and I was like, son of a bitch, are you kidding me?
Yeah, Suarez just stopped hitting the go button.
Yeah.
They were like, oh crap, we gotta save more fuel. And then Joey Logano was like, hey, you remember Nashville when I went 12 overtimes, or however many overtimes it was? It made no sense that I had fuel left. Ford just got those engines tuned, man.
They got like a mile of fuel lines in the car, probably.
Probably.
I'm just distraught by that. Because it was really like looking like...
It was going to be cool.
It was going to be really cool. And then Joey Logano comes and ruins everything because that is what he does.
That is what he does.
I'm even more mad about last week because we were that goddamn close to being rid of this guy.
Well, tell your guy not to be a dirty cheater.
Yeah.
48 team, you had one job.
He must not have weighed in before the race or something. I don't know how you lose like 5 or 6 pounds, but
17.
So mad.
Well, no, they were over 17 under, but they're allowed 17, so they were probably only like 20 pounds under, let's say. Really, it's the 3 pounds that's the issue.
Still.
Just saying.
Crazy.
Either way, I'm mad.
We're mad, depressed, sad, all those
nothing
emotions.
Just ruins a race weekend quite like
a Joey Logano victory. Except for like the fact that Joey Logano has fans always like amazes me. Because like they're fans of him because he wins, right? They're like Jimmy Johnson fans. Like they're fans of him because he wins. Because like Jimmy Johnson up until those last couple of years didn't show a lot of personality. He was very.
I'm not biting.
He was very
the bait
vanilla.
is starting early today.
I'm not biting that bait.
Joey Logano at least like does something. Now,
I'm not biting that bait.
Now,
I'm actually quite happy that Joey Logano won this race yesterday. And I cannot wait for him to win the championship. And I hope you're.
I was gonna say, Davey, isn't your mom a Joey Logano fan?
My mom likes Joey Logano.
Yeah, because she got mad at me a while back when I made a joke about Joey Logano fans.
Yeah.
Darn. Well, to Mrs. Hazard, I'm sorry that you're a Joey Logano fan. Welcome to the Fake Racers podcast. My name is Joe.
My name's Davey.
My name is Matthew.
And
I'm Davey.
I'm Joe, and we're back after Las Vegas for the Fake Racers podcast here on Track and Turf. Make sure if you haven't already, drop a like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, like the podcast, follow the show on your favorite podcast platform, get those interactions up. Davey will post a poll, answer the poll question. Leave a comment on the podcast, interact with us. It helps us. We'd appreciate it if you did. And let's
yell at us.
Yell at us. Tell us we're wrong. Tell us we're wrong.
Get mad.
I'm also wearing a Kyle Busch hat. I'm just realizing.
Talking to you, Austin Spencer, friend of the show.
Wearing my M&M's Kyle Busch hat that I got for $2 after it was announced that M&M's was leaving and he was leaving.
I bought a Kyle Busch diecast today, so.
Oh, I haven't found that one yet.
It was the only one there, and it might be Kyle Busch's last win.
I don't have a Kyle Busch.
No, he won at Gateway last year.
Shit, second to last win.
But they haven't made that diecast yet because they Lionel sucks. Anyways, got that one in too. So Joey Logano stole a fuel mileage win. Christopher Bell dominated the race, made it close at the end.
It was really exciting. I did love the end of that race.
Yes.
There's something very adrenaline-inducing about watching a guy not playing the fuel strat, like just have to click on qualifying laps, lap after lap. There's something really, really cool about that. Like you just know that, like something about knowing that Christopher Bell he's driving as fast as he can because he has to, and what is that gap going to be? It ended up, not being that close for a number of reasons, but I did really like the racing yesterday, and I especially I liked that finish, even though I didn't love the winner. It was exciting.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I loved the race yesterday. I was thoroughly entertained start to finish.
Another thing about Joey Logano wins is they're always really good races until he happens.
Until he finds a way to win. Like if that's anyone else in that 22 car, it's like
it's classic.
It's a classic. But since Joey Logano won, everyone will forget about it. No one will talk about it. Somehow in 3 years, everyone will talk about how bad the race was.
Mm-hmm.
They'll bring when he wins the championship in a few weeks. They'll bring up the fact that this is the race that got him the championship, and he became the worst champion statistically in NASCAR history.
Don't manifest that, Joe.
I saw that all over the place. They're like, "Oh, the last 3 years, 2 of the 3 champions would be the, two worst champions in NASCAR history statistically speaking." It's like, shut up.
There's a whole other. We could go at that for a bit.
And statistically speaking, you're a hoe. But not you.
I was going to say that the parody
you.
of the next gen definitely plays a part in that.
Well, yeah.
We could also call them a hoe. I mean, I'm not opposed,
I mean,
It's pretty funny.
Who doesn't go through that phase?
Did we talk about that tweet
don't.
that went viral of the person complaining about how many winners there's been this year, and then people pointed out how many winners we had in 2001 and 2002?
I did see that tweet. I don't think we talked about it, but it was definitely like top tier NASCAR brain rot. Like, I'm not sure it's a good thing. Like, huh? What?
I hate watching the same. I hate Hendrick Motorsports because all they do is dominate. Anyway, we have too many winners. Nobody's good anymore.
I want to see 2 teams dominate, not one.
Remember how much fun 2008 was when 3 drivers won 2/3 of the races? God, that was so fun.
Remember how much fun 2018 was when it was Kevin Harvick, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex, and then Joey Logano? Oh, look,
There's
common
Kyle
theme.
Busch, not Hamlin.
Was it Kyle Busch?
Hamlin went winless that year, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Kyle Busch.
Big 3 and me.
Big 3.
Yeah. Yeah, remember that?
You're wearing one of the big 3 right now.
I am.
Dip ass.
This is my gym hat because it's like one of those flex fit hats, so it's like
Jim?
perfect.
Jim Bush.
Man, off the wagon. Playoff drivers struggled. Tyler Reddick, he flipped his, off.
Flipped his dick off.
Okay, so I didn't have the race pulled up at the moment, and I saw everybody reacting in Discord of like, "Oh, wreck!" And I was like, "Oh, I gotta see what's going." And I turned it on right as the replay started, and Tyler Reddick just fell over, and I was like, "What the hell? What is going on?"
Next Gen definitely has weirdest flips to its repertoire so far.
Oh my god!
Yeah, this is the second flip we've seen with the transition from grass to asphalt. Maybe we need to just pave everything, or maybe we should just put grass everywhere. I don't know.
Abolish grass.
Grass everywhere.
What's the next thing we're gonna overreact to?
I bet it's gonna be the wheel-to-wheel contacts. You know how like recently we've seen some cars climbing on top of cars with the wheel-to-wheel contact. I guarantee you the next one's gonna be like, how do we stop this? I'm like, they have fenders, guys. I don't know what you want.
Did we miss that happening constantly with with the Gen 6 also? It happened all the goddamn time.
Twitterification of NASCAR discourse. The next thing is going to be, he climbed over the car and then it's going to be just.
It's not safe. They don't have a roll cage or anything. This is not safe.
Yeah.
Because
anyway,
there's a million things to complain about NASCAR legitimately. Let's complain about things that are fake and stupid like that.
it was extremely dangerous. Ignore the fact that most of the damage came from when he hit Brad Keselowski and then he drove back to the pits. And if they didn't break the left front suspension from hitting Brad, he probably would have kept on going.
Actually, true.
There wasn't even a scratch on the roof. It was insane.
The car did look perfect. Like,
Yeah.
genuinely. But I think it's hilarious. Need more of that.
Yeah.
So Reddick was involved in that one. Chase Elliott was involved in that one.
I never saw where Blaney got his damage in that crash. I didn't see
so
the
he
angle,
was
but...
in the wall
noggin.
when Brad came back up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he scraped the wall pretty bad, trying to avoid T-boning the 6.
Which, speaking of that, Ryan Blaney also had a nightmare weekend. Big crash in practice. Was complaining about his head hurting, and then
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not great.
Probably should get that boy a Guardian cap.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean, it was on the back foot from there, and then they get involved in that crash, and he comes home 32nd.
Yeah.
Played an important part of the finish, though.
Oh,
so.
Yeah,
Certainly did.
Yeah.
If you were not able to see it, Ryan Blaney was bump drafting Joey Logano to get up to Daniel Suarez.
Yeah.
Probably helped him save a little bit of that fuel a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Joey, doing okay over there?
Yeah.
Doing all right?
Yeah, I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
It's like
Denny,
I'm stimming.
pretty much. Denny Hamlin's playoff woes continued. The 11 team continues to be terrible on this playoff run. I don't know why people are still picking them to be in the championship 4 because nothing over the last 8 weeks has said championship 4 contender.
Yeah, they have been surprisingly off pace. It's been weird.
I mean, finished 8th. I didn't get any stage points, but I mean, 8th place finish isn't horrible.
Yeah. It's not total disaster class. I mean, it helps that you had 3 playoff drivers crash.
Yeah.
But, they were not really competitive at the Roval. Their first round of the playoffs was terrible. So
they were another team that was trying to save fuel to the end, right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, it's just been interesting. But I mean, the next 2 races are Homestead and Martinsville, which Denny Hamlin is one of the best at. So they might be pushing their chips towards that.
I hope so.
It'd be interesting.
I do think it's less crisis mode than we think, but it definitely hasn't been ideal. That first round, like you said, was nightmare scenarios, and they've never really been fast at the Roval, so I'm not really too much stock in that.
But the thing is, we talk a lot, and we've talked about it the last 2 years here in the playoffs about the guy with the most momentum going into the championship race is the guy I want to pick, right? It was Blaney last year. Logano had a lot of momentum swinging in as well the year before, right? This 11 team they don't have momentum, so that's kind of why it's can they make the championship 4? Of course they can. Are they going to win it all? I mean, it's hard to say that they're going to. It's hard to say they're going to beat the car that's across the garage from them at JGR. Yeah. Right now, Christopher Bell is my favorite to win the championship. So
it's hard to bet against.
Probably a lot of people's favorite. Just needs to not have a catastrophic brake failure 40 laps into the race this year.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's going to be interesting too because even with the 8th, they're still 27 points out.
Yeah.
Which is kind of wild to think about. I mean, you think about how different this could be if the 5 team doesn't recover from what could have been a disaster where, they have the issue with the right rear tire, which leads to them not even changing the left rear. So Kyle had to come down and make a second stop, and they lose, I think, 2 laps because of it. Gets really lucky that out racing Ty Gibbs for the lucky dog spot, and then Ty Gibbs spun out driving way too hard trying to catch him. And they're able to recover for an 11th place finish. But it's crazy to think how different it could be if they don't get that recovery and they don't get that really well-timed caution.
Thought the Cup cars weren't hard to drive.
Well, narratives and such.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And also on the cut line, another reason the cut line jumped to so big is because Joey Logano won. If not, he would have been
the last guy in. Yeah.
Last guy in, and it wouldn't be as far, but still.
talked a little bit about Cup Championship 4 there. AJ Allmendinger delivers that Championship 4 appearance for Colleague Racing, and what we have continuously been talking about this year is kind of one of their worst years on record. It's AJ's first win of the season before he moves back to Cup next year for Colleague. Ryan Sieg Payne is a note here. I was unable to watch the race. I need you guys to kind of deliver here.
Ryan Sieg had the fastest car all night and ran down Allmendinger in the final laps and got next to him, briefly took the lead, and then got loose and gave the spot back, but still had enough speed and enough time to get back to him. And then that's when the Sammy Smith caution happened, which sent it to overtime. And he caught Allmendinger, and if he had another lap, he would have got him, because Sieg was just that much faster. He just ran out of time.
Yep. Yeah. Basically that. Ryan Sieg really getting fast at these intermediates. Someone to look out for, especially at Vegas. But tell you what, happy for AJ Allmendinger.
Oh yeah.
You probably wouldn't have expected his first win to come A, not this late, and B, not at a road course. So him getting this win, we talked about momentum in the Cup Series. AJ Allmendinger has that swinging his way. I'm rooting for him. He deserves it.
He ran a great race too. I mean, the best car, or not best car all night, but I mean they led the most laps, and AJ stepped up absolutely when they needed to. And it's like what you said. Like I was heartbroken for Ryan Sieg, but also I was like pumped for AJ Allmendinger.
It had to be anyone. It had to be anyone else, you know.
Yeah. The thing I love about AJ too is, even if I'm not like a huge Allmendinger fan, I love that he celebrates every single win like it's his last. I always love that.
My litmus test on if you're like a well-adjusted person is if you like AJ Allmendinger or not.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you could tell like how much that meant to them though, because it really snuck up on me until mid-season that I was like, they haven't won a race this year, and they really hadn't been that competitive. Mm-hmm. He hasn't been able to beat Van Gisbergen on a road course like all year,
which I'm sure is eating away at him.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, they seemed like the two guys to beat in both Xfinity and Cup at the Roval, and we all know how both of those races finished. But
yeah,
this was long overdue.
Yeah. Really good momentum for that 16 team, and happy that Colleague is sort of figuring it out here at the end of the season. Obviously, Shane Van Gisbergen probably not having the end of the season that he would have liked in that car, but it was always a learning season. It was always for him to get this knowledge and get this intel to figure out how to run these ovals, and you know, as long as he's getting laps in.
Yep.
Probably good for him.
Also, I gotta find the exact stat. Chandler Smith has like an absurd top 5 streak going on right now. Scored another top 5. Somehow it doesn't have a ride for next year.
Yeah, what's Chandler Smith doing next year? The world may never know.
Doing better than the other Smith, Sammy, who, as is in our notes, had a disaster class on Saturday.
Yeah.
That guy is basically just Michael Annett again.
He is.
He really is.
Yeah.
Like, let's be honest.
It's something about like when you drive the pilot flying J car, like Michael Annett passes his powers onto you. It seems like. Also, I just checked. Chandler Smith has 8 top 5s in the last 9 races, including 7 in a row.
Damn.
Curiously, no wins. So it's been close, but yeah.
I would have backed him to get a few more wins than he's gotten this year too, personally.
Yeah. They've had a lot of like missed opportunities.
Been fast, and like you just said, missed opportunities. Like, I'm very surprised at this point in the season he's not.
Who's been winning all the? I feel like no one's like winning all the Xfinity races this year, though.
That is really good. That's a good point.
Who's been winning all these races?
It's like, you know how I've said last year that Tyler Reddick leads NASCAR in like wins in races that feel like nobody won them. That's how the entire Xfinity series
who's
feels.
actually winning these races?
Yeah, because I'm looking at like the playoff grid.
Like, didn't Shane have the most wins and it was like 3?
Yeah, he won 3 road courses.
Wait, this is so funny.
Let's see. John Hunter Nemechek's got 2.
Austin Hill has several.
Christopher
Eric
Bell
Almirola
won
has a
2
couple.
Xfinity races?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh my gosh.
God,
Chase
you
Elliott
guys are
won
so-
one.
Ryan Truex.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2.
You guys are so right, though.
Like who's winning? Who's winning all
Who's
these
winning
races?
all these?
Yeah, if you look at like just on Wikipedia, like the results for the top 12, there's a stunning lack of wins in
Like
this
Cole
grid.
Custer has 1 or 2.
One, I think. Yeah, one at Pocono. No, 2. One Pocono, Bristol. Excuse me. I watched him win at Bristol.
Riley won Indy.
Sam Mayers won a couple.
Yeah, he
Eric
won.
Almirola.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
yeah, but
so
like,
weird.
but you know,
Feels like someone should be dominating.
I mean, everyone would have said someone would be dominating at this point.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
I'm so confused.
I don't know who's winning all these races, man.
That's such a good point that I didn't think about, Joe.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Bushwhackers.
But it's not even bushwhackers. It's not even
Yeah, I know.
like
It's like Connor Zilich and Ryan Truex.
like
Yeah,
Those
just
are
a
the
bunch of
guys who are
part-timers.
winning the Xfinity races. Chase Elliott has a.
He
Yeah,
won
Chase
the-
Elliott won Charlotte.
yeah.
I have no memory of that. What?
Yeah, I only remember it
I
because it
remember
was
that.
weird.
I only remember it because I was there, and when he took the white flag, Lauren and I were like, "Yeah, all right. I don't really care to see him. Like, cool for Chase, I guess. I don't hate the guy, but I'm leaving."
Yeah.
But-
God, what a weird
Dude,
season.
I'm gonna leave like Chase's personality when he joined Hendrick.
Who's winning all these Xfinity races is probably the best way to describe the 2024 Xfinity Series. Not that it's been bad. It's just like
Mhm.
these races are happening. We all know they're good. What happens at the end?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
So
God.
yeah. All right.
That's the Xfinity race.
With that being
we
said,
we forgot who won.
yeah.
Nobody won.
With that being said, let's go ahead and talk some more Xfinity as we go from the shop. Taylor Gray, William Sawalich will be joining the JGR Xfinity Series program. People were making a big deal about Ty Gibbs being listed as the team owner for the 54 in Xfinity. I saw that. I was like, why?
Wait until they find out who used to own
The
KHI.
next owner.
It's probably the
What a
same people
nepo
who have been
baby.
like, Dale Earnhardt Jr. should have taken over DEI after Senior died. Why is Ty Gibbs owning a team now?
I don't know, maybe because there isn't anyone else in line.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Yeah, good
Um,
for those guys though.
We'll see what
the
Sawalich does.
William Sawalich Arkham Menard series was a hell of a watch this season. So,
Yeah.
um,
Taylor Gray, I guess he's been good in his couple of starts, but I would have liked to see him, win in the trucks. 'Cause I don't
Yeah,
think
I-
he won at all in the trucks.
No, him and Tanner, neither of them have won.
So,
Tanner only has like 6 top 5s in his career.
yeah.
womp womp.
Wonder where Chandler Smith is going.
Who knows?
Wonder who else was at JGR this year. John Hunter was there, but did you guys see the rumors about John Hunter leaving Legacy? That Toyota's not
Yeah.
happy with him for some
They're
reason.
saying he needed to have a good weekend, which he did. He finished well at Las Vegas.
Yeah, you finished
Yeah.
7th, right?
I'm
or
just
something.
they put all this money into developing him, and like he's won so many lower series
They're just
races,
gonna
and then he
kick him
has
back to the lower series again.
like
So they can
A
put
bad-
Corey Heim in the car.
a bad season, and they're like, get him out of here.
But if you're Legacy and you can put Corey Heim in the car and actually get real manufacturer support,
True.
because the other rumbling is that as we go on to our next story, Toyota's not happy with 2311 and their lawsuit.
womp womp.
NASCAR has filed an appeal on the injunction. They have stated that they are already in the process of planning on 32 chartered teams in 2025 and redistributing the wealth among the charters and non-charter teams.
Woof.
That's crazy that they can just say, you know what, we're only going to have 32 charters and we'll have 6 open entries or 8 open
That is-
entries. Math is hard.
very crazy.
Yeah.
What remains to be seen is what happens with the SHR charters that are all signed for already.
Gene Haas is over there like, God damn it, I'm going to have to field 3 cars, aren't I?
4. Oh, yeah, 3. Yeah. On that same note, shout out to RFK this past week for announcing the new Fastenal scheme and making everyone believe it was a Ryan Preece to RFK announcement. Appreciate them for that. That was insane and very good social media.
Definitely love seeing more Ryan Preece slander on my timeline, in preparation of it. It was great.
So I'm drawing a blank. Who is getting the third SHR charter that's being sold? Because that one's already been confirmed, right?
Trackhouse Front Row in 2311.
That's right. Okay, it's Trackhouse. So the fact that the injunction has basically said that yes, 2311 was buying that last charter pretty much like drives a nail into the coffin of the Ryan Preece to RFK stuff for now. Or at least for a chartered car.
RFK buys a charter from Rick Ware.
They could, yeah.
It's certainly possible. Or leases.
Yeah. Or just puts Ryan Preece in a Rick Ware car. Gives him the Justin Haley treatment. Also
likely.
Honestly, not looking like that bad of a move with the way it's been working, too.
Yeah, especially Corey LaJoy getting up there and putting in good finishes. Like, damn. What is that Rick Ware car got in it, dude?
Roush just puts all the experimental crap that they don't want to get caught with in that car, and then NASCAR doesn't bat an eye when it's on a Rick Ware car, but if it's on a Roush car, oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Yeah.
What a mess.
As far as the appeal to the injunction,
NASCAR's language of saying that this is a baseless antitrust claim is kind of crazy. I know it's like what they have to say, but it's like no, they do have a case, and you know that, but I get what you have to say. But also, it's kind of it's crazy. It's just cool. It's crazy to read these legal documents, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, dude. Every legal document from either side is going to be vehemently in their corner.
Oh well, yeah,
they're
that's
not
what you
going
got
to
do.
give an inch.
Yeah.
Even some of the stuff and even some of the stuff in the initial filing was like, all right, it's maybe a stretch, but
ARCA is a competitor to NASCAR.
What's up?
ARCA is a competitor to NASCAR.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone laughs, but then they're like, wait a minute. I mean, they're kind of right.
Yeah.
Sorta. Ish.
They're right adjacent.
I mean, ARCA was created to be a competitor to NASCAR, so...
Well, I'm glad they did that.
It's worked out really well for them.
Time to bring back USAC, everybody.
USAC stock cars. I'm all for
Here
it.
comes the Cars Tour.
What if USAC and the Cars Tour partner up? The 70s split, baby.
Oh my gosh.
The Divide.
The Divide.
Can you imagine the Daytona 500 becoming like the Indy 500 during the split? Where all the Cars Tour teams try to show up and race.
I think I would probably just not. I just couldn't. I couldn't bear to watch that. I couldn't bear to be a part of that. That's just so much.
They just show up with late models too. They don't even show up with next gen cars.
Oh my god!
There's nothing in the rulebook that says I have to drive that kind of car. Oh wait, I don't have a copy of the rulebook.
Betsy. Oof, Joe.
What?
Scathing.
Oh wait, NASCAR can make up the rules as they go.
Womp womp. Yeah, I don't know, man. Obviously, NASCAR is going to do this. Obviously, this is the play. There's a lot of people very angry about it, and I get why you're angry, but this is what are they going to be like? Oh yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, 2311 in front row. You guys are right.
You guys can just walk all over us. Obviously, they're gonna do this.
They got to fight it. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and I think it's also important to say because you were mentioning that Toyota is reportedly not happy with 2311. Obviously Toyota has 2311's best interests at heart, but they're also probably not happy that the team that they're paying millions of dollars to is so we might not be allowed to race next year.
Well, that's the problem. They are allowed to race, just not with a charter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Toyota's why did you poke the bear? What are you doing? They're going to screw us at every chance they get now.
Yeah, they made Tyler Reddick's car flip.
Yeah, they planted a bomb.
They hit the gravity button.
Toyota's phoning up 2311 like, hey, so we really like it when you pay your bills. How do we expect to do that?
Oh my gosh.
This is gonna be a story for probably a year or some. Like, this is just
it's years plural.
Constant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope you guys weren't sick of the charter talk from this year. So
I think Davey was.
I was thinking about it at the end, but then spicy new lawsuit happened, and now I'm like all jived again.
Yeah.
Now there's like stakes and law. Someone's going to oversee exactly objection. Someone's going to oversee this. This is great. I love it.
I hope it gets to the Supreme Court. That would be awesome.
The Supreme Court justice is going to be ready to be like, we don't take your stupid race cars and go play with them somewhere else.
Well, no, but it would establish antitrust for sports. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because you could say that the NFL has a monopoly on football. If you
they have an
to.
antitrust exemption for that. All the major sports leagues do.
You could challenge that.
Yeah.
Exemption is constitutional or not.
But yeah, I think that's the big difference is NASCAR doesn't have
Does
one.
NASCAR go out and try to get that same exemption in light of this? I mean, that
probably if they win.
Yeah.
If they win, that's the first.
Why didn't they already have it if they want to be a stick and ball sport? That's the real question.
Ooh, scathing. Joe's making scathing remarks today. Joe, you're so scathing.
I'm so scathing. I'm hot to the touch. Rackley War and Kevin Harvick.
That's scalding.
Incorporated did form a partnership. Kevin and Keelan Harvick will now join the Rackley War late model lineup. Keelan Harvick, race car driver. Harvick will join the truck team as a consultant and will probably end up making starts next year when they fire their new driver, Connor Shaw, at some point. Because they can't keep a driver.
Yeah, I just thought that was worthwhile reporting just because it's like the KHI name might be back in a few years. So
that's pretty
keep
cool.
an eye out for that. Yeah.
And also, we're going to have to get very used to Keelan Harvick being a name we refer to because that kid is driving everything he can and he is moving up fast. So
I can't wait for like in 10 years when obviously like Kevin Harvick and Kyle Busch used to hate each other and then their kids are going to be fist fighting each other every week.
I hope so.
A Keelan Harvick Brexton Busch fight on the front stretch at Bristol could actually feed families, I think.
Yeah.
And I want Kyle and Kevin there, and I want them to do like fingers to the chest pointing. Like I want.
They're like pulling their kids apart.
I want beef.
Yeah.
There could be some serious beef here, and I like it.
We need some like little league dads.
Literally.
Meanwhile, Owen Larson is just winning everything.
Yeah.
Damn Larson.
Them damn Larsons, man. All right, Davey, what was your bottom split moment of the week?
Oh my god, my bottom split moment of the week is so that my work situation, I work from home, but I kind of work for like the same company that I did prior to work from home stuff. And I used to work like at location, like at the shop. They moved shop, which is not as important, but important when you consider that I had to like come in and do stuff like at the shop today, because all of the people are like gone on an install, and I was like helping out there. God, working not from home is horrible, and I knew that I was privileged and spoiled, like I knew that, but now I know it even more. I don't know if I could ever go back to full-time working at like a shop or office or a location. Maybe an office. Maybe I could do an office. But God, I'm beat, and my day was filled with less joy, and it was just not fun. And now I know why for all those years I was so unhappy. It's just unbelievable. I know this sounds really, really privileged, and it is. I know it is. But God, man,
Woof.
Anyway, bottom split moment is having to be a regular person. It wasn't as fun. I got home and I saw like I saw the pup and the kitty, and I was like, oh my god, I missed you guys so much.
Oh my gosh.
Matt?
Joe, how about you?
Oh, you got me first.
Beat you to it.
Darn it.
Love that.
My bottom split moment this week.
Ooh, it's football.
My bottom split moment this week was
Sports.
fall weddings. I enjoyed myself, but man, they are difficult when college football is on.
Okay, yeah, it was sports. I was right.
Yeah. But congratulations to the couple. I was very, very delighted to be invited and stuff because I was not expecting an invitation. I got an invitation. I was very happy to be there. It was a very fun
Man,
time.
that's crazy. to not be expecting an invitation and get it. It's so wild.
Yeah. I thought I was on the periphery of the friend group. I didn't even think I was in the friend group, but apparently I was, but I don't know.
Joe, when he figures out that people like him.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I didn't realize that I'm a likable guy. I'm a good guy,
Yeah.
you know? That's why I should start going. I should go to the bars, and I should just go around to everyone and just say, hey, you should be my friend. I'm a good guy.
I'm a good guy. Yeah, that's not a red flag. Jesus Christ.
It reminds me of a riddle I love, which is, all right, so a guy, he walks up to a girl, and she asks her out. And she says, no. What's up with that? I mean, I'm a nice guy. Yeah.
Matt, what's your bottom split moment of the week?
I mean, it's a Joey Logano win. That's my bottom split moment.
Fair enough.
I was already upset about Ryan Sieg the night before, and then I was like, there's no way this happened. Although, we were that close to having my driver get knocked out of the round of 12 in agonizing fashion and then immediately win after that, because it's happened 3 times before, and Bowman was right all over Christopher Bell after that last pit stop, and I was like, there's no goddamn way this is going to happen again. So, yeah, anyway.
Could always be worse.
Well, why don't you take us back around, Matt, and give us your road to pro moment?
My road to pro moment is I got a new book, and this is totally not a hint for anything that I'm working on. Don't take
Flat
any
out,
sort of
Flat Broke, 3rd edition. By
the Perry McCarthy story.
That's awesome.
Good so stay tuned.
The original Stig.
Oh yeah, that too. Yep.
The original Stig. My road to pro moment is Detroit Lions Dan Campbell post-game speeches. They are amazing. Go listen to one.
Sports.
Dave, what's your road to pro moment of the week?
Sorry, I had to get you back for the Jimmy Johnson bait at the beginning of the show.
It wasn't
I never got you
bait.
back for it.
I believe that, like, wholeheartedly. Like, he did not start showing personality until he was almost retired.
God, you were young. I'm not gonna say you're stupid. I'm not gonna say that. You were young. It's okay. Road to pro moment. Me, friends of the show, Stephen Merzlik, Darren Ingram, and Antonio Ruiz, we ran the iRacing Petit Le Mans, and we won.
Yeah.
We won.
Hell yeah.
In the fastest class. We won in GTP. That's my first prototype top tier, like the fastest. That's my first overall win at one of those in like a faster class. Like we won overall in the GT at Daytona, but that was it was a GT only split, and that's like cool and all, but it's not as fun because it doesn't feel like as much. But like we're cutting up through GT cars, started in the wet, like it was great. It was a good time, and we won, and it was awesome. And we had a great livery. If you remember the Flying Lizard Motorsports cars from IMSA or Grand Am ALMS, we had a livery that was greatly inspired by that. Thank you to our friend Dewey Schramm, Oofside's co-commentator, who served as our lizard. It was Flying Dewey Motorsports. It was great stuff, great times. I had a lot of fun, and yeah, we friggin' won, man. It was awesome. I was too tired to stay up for when we actually won because it was a 10-hour race and we started at 6 p.m. I was dying, and so I went to bed. But Steven brought it home.
Oh yeah.
Just monster stints from everybody. Dude, those endurance races are so much fun. I love hanging out with everybody that's doing it. I love that people come in and hang out with us while we're doing it and like watch as we stream it to Discord, or I tried to stream it to Twitch, and iRacing like on replay mode was like freaking the hell out, and so I couldn't stream it while I was like watching somebody. I could only stream it in the car, and it just wasn't worth it. So I'll have to figure that out. I think I have to update my OBS or something. But dude, it's just a good time. If you sim race at all and you're on iRacing at all, you have to do one of those events with your friends because it is so much fun. I don't usually shill for iRacing, but I mean, God, they just do such a good job with that, and it really brings some friends. It just brings us all together. It's good stuff.
Hell yeah.
Warms my heart.
Aw.
Love to see it.
That's adorable. And if you want more adorable moments like that, make sure you click the like button on the video and subscribe here to Track and Turf Media.
That's awesome.
We've got over on JTN this week, Bomb Squad Racing Cup Series from Rockingham Thursday night. So go tune into that. There isn't USRL Truck Series, Track and Turf Truck Series action this week, but I believe there will be Cup Series action Saturday.
Thursday. We have moved the Cup Series to Thursday nights.
USRL Cup Series will be Thursday night.
What?
Live where?
Sim Tracks.
On Sim Tracks. Go check them out. They do a great job.
Why do you look so upset by that?
Say I don't like change.
It's not like anyone important to you is gonna show up to race anyway. So I don't know. I thought maybe you were mad because
they do show up to race.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Okay, well then they lie to me. We're gonna have some tough conversations this week with HR.
You need to because they do not show up. We've had we got lucky with the last Cup race. We had a decent crowd, but before that, it's been between 10 and 14 people. For
right,
3
but
weeks.
you're moving to Thursday night when they did show up.
Maybe.
The night's more important.
Dewey sometimes showed up Thursdays.
The
Austin
night.
hasn't raced Thursdays.
Well, yeah,
Who
but
else is
Austin's
there?
working.
Weaver showed up a couple times on Thursdays, but not every night. Listen, if you want me to give you the Sim Racer Hub link so you can see the schedule and who showed up when, you can. I don't care. I'll out these people. I'm listen. My allegiance is JTN USORL. So.
Oh my gosh.
Just saying.
Anyway.
What's up?
Joe, do you want to keep doing the outro?
Joe is stinking. Joe is stinking. Right
Anyway, you can listen to Oofsides also on here. If you want to hear more from me and aforementioned Dewey Schramm and Steven Merzlak, got both of their names in the show already. Hell yeah. We talk about football. I'm drawing a blank on what happened earlier this week, but whatever. I don't know. Go listen to it. It'll be good.
It'll be good. I mean, you get to talk about the Lions getting a big dub over the Vikings, the Jags winning another football game, and Doug Peterson maybe not getting fired.
Don't have to be sad about the Cowboys this week
because they didn't play. And yeah, there was good football. Aaron Rodgers lost again. It's crazy.
Ricky Stenhouse has won more recently than the Jets.
Wild. Davey does not care because he doesn't watch football because he's not American. Folks, thank you so much for watching, for listening to the Fake Racers podcast this week on Track and Turf. Make sure, again, you click the like, subscribe, follow, interact, and tell Davey to go watch real football and not that soccer crap. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next week here on the Fake Racers podcast.
Goodbye.
Come on, you Spurs.